Good morning, everybody. If you're watching this as a rerun here, you can skip ahead 12 minutes as we start the radio program. Just getting on here, making sure audio is working, and everything else is going pretty good here. So, and check the delay time for the radio stations as well. So there you go. Should we test a few things here? That's ready. Morning, Waylon. How did the get together with Shannon go? How's you looking? Magic Mike, good morning. I missed my morning shot here last Saturday. Morning, Josh. 701 Nation. Morning. Talk to you shortly. You bet. Brian, good morning. Totally forgot about it. We had 3 graduations. Okay. Well, good. I don't feel bad for missing it if you live in the same damn town or area. Oh, good. Yeah, shoot. Well, let's see here. Getting some rain today. Who did you hear that from? We got fog. We have fog and wind this morning and Shakey's and Joe's branding. Let me look at the old weather report and see what that says here. I just have a hard time believing it. You know, we had like a 70% chance last night and we got 0. So first, let's look at the radar. It is all around us. Spotty showers. Nothing here. Let's put it in motion. Nothing. Ooh, maybe by noonish. Morning, Karen. Maybe by noon we might get something. Interesting. And it even shows something positive. Ooh. By noon, what does it say? 11:10 this morning, we might have a red blob over the ranch. One over Bullion Butte. So we might get some. But it looks so darn spotty, I'm guessing the branding is going to continue on as normal. I don't need that. And these ads that pop up and everything, not really caring for that. Excited of that. So, I don't know, liking some. I hope so. Sure hope so. Morning, Mayor. I sure hope so. We are so dry out here at this point that Weibo fire is not very far. You can see the smoke on the horizon from my place. Morning, Mr. Bulgy. And, you know, like last week, like New England in those areas, they got like a little over an inch of rain, but nothing through this streak. And it's darn nasty out here right now. If we don't get any rain here this week, and I think the county is going to start putting on travel restrictions already on 2-track and grass trails. So it is ugly. Jim, good morning. Oh, let's do the countdown here for stations. We got 60 seconds to go for the top countdown. And then we can get old JD or on the phone here and see what's going on. Solve the world's issues and bring up some new ones today. That's the plan. That is the plan. All right, stations coming up your way here would be 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central Time. Which I didn't realize this until you started talking to people from bigger areas that don't know that there's more than one time zone. Last week in Missouri, that was kind of funny. All right, 8 o'clock Central Time coming up here on Mark. So that's what the delay is going to be. Tim rained here this morning, more on the way the next several days. So much for running the steers up to shoot today. Here, Fort Pierce expecting 12,000 feeders next. Yeah, I'll tell you this. Jamie, before I call you here, when I was sitting, what was it, the Friday morning or Saturday morning in a PRI school in Missouri, or as I consider it, Missouri, they were selling. I saw a string of 225-pound calves go through, bull calves, averaging just about right around $2,200 a piece. It's droughted out all the way down through that area. So a lot of these, they're like 225-pound calves, selling them, making $2,200 off of them, give their cows and their pastures a little bit of break. Not a problem. I see that. But the one that really blew my mind was exposed heifers. Exposed heifers were selling for $8,500 each. I seen your video on that, Scott, here, all the winter weed. Yeah. So it's crazy, man. Crazy. All right, Jamie, coming at you, buddy. 3560. There you go. Get your number out there to all those hackers and scammers.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Just wasting my life away on some social media crap here.
Yeah. Scotty says Charles Mixed Livestock had sold 1,000 head of baby calves last week, 4 to 5. Yeah. Yeah. Everything's droughting out so damn much here. So everybody's selling off their calves early. But think about that. If you're getting $2,300 for your calves right now at 225 pounds, and you sold your calves last year, maybe average 28. Say your 500-600 weight calves brought in $2,700 to $2,800. It's going to cost you X amount of dollars to take them all the way through to get them to that weight this fall. Plus, your pastures are drying up. Think it's a good idea. So, anyway, Waylon says good morning. Oh, you said back. Fine. Fine. I won't say it then.
By all means, say it. Morning, Waylon.
Damn guys.
Hey, I did get the pieces too.
You get the package? Good.
Yeah.
I threw one extra in there because I remember.
Noticed that.
I remember doing something. The very first one was that Angel of Independence, and you didn't have that one written down. So figure that out. And if not, you can give it away another time, or you can keep it. Give it to your favorite daughter, and that way your other daughter knows who's who.
Yeah. I don't know what I got a favorite. Certain different times there is. I can say that for sure.
We'll do that, and then when one pisses you off, take it away from that one and give it to the other one. No, you're my favorite daughter.
That's a good idea. Maybe I will do that.
So if you don't like it, too bad. Shape up.
All right, I'll do it. Appreciate that, man. Oh, so what's new down your way? Dry, you're saying? You guys are dry down there?
It is dry down here.
Really? Dang, that sucks. I saw you put a little radar thing up there. I wasn't paying.
Yeah, we have fog this morning, but no chance of rain until 11 o'clock. So got Branding at Shakey's this morning, and then Joe's this afternoon, and we'll see.
Yeah,
looks like spotty showers. And spotty showers like that, you don't know if you're going to get any or not.
Right. Yeah, like you said too, it's got to be yellow pretty much for you to rain there, right?
Yeah. Well, it is the only difference. It's coming from the south, so it's usually a little bit more accurate. But
we'll coming out of Colorado and Wyoming or what?
Yeah, somewhere. No, this one's coming out of South Dakota. If it comes out of Wyoming, if it's on the other side of the Badlands, it'll change its course pretty quickly by the time it gets up this way. But all my buddies over on the other side of the river, they're out in Webo helping fight that fire. Jeez, that thing got out of hand in a hurry. 60 mile an hour winds, and You can see it
Oh,
well,
my
not
God.
today, but on top of our hill coming into the yard, you can see it out there in the horizon.
We planted them trees at our place in 60-mile-an-hour winds, which sucked. I couldn't imagine fighting fires and something like that.
Yeah, that, and it's in some pretty rough country over there. A lot of trees and forest type stuff.
Really? I don't. Yeah, we're at by Webo.
It'd be southwest of Webo, south of Glendive area. Yeah.
I've never actually been like in there. I've driven by when I used to ski all the time. I used to drive through by Webo with the sign.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as being in there, I was wanting to stop and drink, but nobody else did.
Hanging around with the wrong crew, my friend. All right, man. Right. We are a little less than 30 seconds. I'm going to turn you down here. We'll get started here shortly. Stations, 20 seconds to go on mark. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Saturday edition of Dakota Prairie Outdoors. Heard all across the Dakota Territory and great stations like KOLY, KGFX, both South Dakota stations, KFire 550, KCJB, and KLTC, and 106.9 in the North Dakota side. Good to hear you all around the country and around the world. If you're on my YouTube channel, thanks for tuning in here this morning, Dakota Prairie Outdoors Radio. Go and subscribe. That would help. Appreciate that very much. Well, let's start things out. First and foremost, I want to thank all the radio stations that bore with me last week as I was in between Missouri, working on some schooling, education, and continuing yet on some things on my auction business side, and just wasn't able to get to a computer that had service. I'll tell you, you don't know. Jamie, welcome to the program, by the way. I'm going to tell you this right now. North and South Dakota have rural cooperatives with electrical and broadband and internet, right? Mm-hmm. You don't realize how good we have it until you start traveling around and you're looking at other states that they think, like here at the ranch, I have 1 gig. I've had a gig symmetrical 1,000 by 1,000 out here 15 years now. And there's states out there that still are running internet at like 10 and 2. And we're just dominating on this here, but you don't realize that until you're trying to sit in a hotel room and upload radio programs and do voice tracking for Montana radio stations and South Dakota stations. And it takes like honestly, when I upload my programs here at home, and I'm going to give a big shout out here to the people that are helping, the ones that I can remember. Hopefully I can get them right. Pierre, I'm not sure who your cooperative is for your internet, but anyway, Consolidated here in my area, Beck out in the Bismarck area, Dickinson's Consolidated, Minot's SRT up there, WRT down in Mobridge, and Pierre, I'm not sure. I'd have to look at that one and see which one you guys have that way. Maybe you guys, Eric or somebody, you guys can tell me who it is, but man, what a big difference it is. So at home, when I hit upload, it's like less than 3 seconds for all of my shows to upload. When I did the same thing in Missouri,
that's fast.
I'm going to say Missouri, it took an hour and a half. From 3 seconds to an hour and a half difference is what it is.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Same computer.
Missouri reminded me of the outlaw Josie Wales. It's called the Missouri Boat Ride.
I have never seen that show. Did you know? I've never seen it. I know it's Clint Eastwood. That's all I know.
Oh my God. I got that. That's probably top 5 for me all-time movies.
I think my folks are scared of letting me watch old Westerns because I think I was born a little bit too late.
If you get back in the chance to watch it, I know you're busy, but if you ever get you will enjoy it. If you don't, I would be very shocked.
I'll watch it. If it's on one of the platforms I have, I can watch it. I'll do that here one of these nights.
I think you can go on and go ahead.
Hey, good morning to you. Jamie Breck from 7-1 Nation is my guest. I know you go by like 40 different names because you've been in Facebook jail so many times you have to. I've known you as Jamie. I'm going to call you Jamie. So there you go.
Yep.
So, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. You know, we have a few things going on around let's cover this in the South Dakota side of things. The online application date ends for spring prairie archery turkey season. South Dakota spring mentored application ends tomorrow. Both of those end tomorrow. And the starting June 3rd, deer season for the National Wildlife Refuge opens. So a lot of hunting season starting around the corner here in the North Dakota side. I believe June. What is it? June. We have to have our deer apps in by June 3rd.
Coming Wednesday.
Yeah, this coming Wednesday. So get that done. So a little bit different there. Make sure you check out all your. And I looked at. I got into the second elk draw for landowners, and it still says submitted. Doesn't. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to have that finished up quicker, but I missed out on the first one. I didn't miss. I got denied on the first one.
I would say if you haven't put your deer, if you didn't put your deer app in yet, don't apply in 3B2. There's absolutely no deer left.
No deer left.
Don't waste your time in that unit. No.
Yeah.
3F2. Go on that one.
I'll tell you, I'm turning people away from all the phone calls I've been getting for elk. It's
really,
it's family and friends only. If they're not gonna, none of us were successful in the family to get anything in the whole works here. So, family and friends only this year. So the mayor says, I got the gold right here, Josie Wales. I got the gold right here, Pa. See, I didn't watch it. So how am I supposed to be able to do the lines correctly?
I bet you most of the people watching on here have seen it, Scott.
I'm guessing so. I'm the only one.
Wayland says no on 3F2 as well. There's no deer down there. I think right around the Peterson Ranch, there's a ton of them. So go ahead and go over there.
Yeah. Head over to the soybean country. Go over that way. Yeah, big old animal. Well, I'll tell you, besides getting in and all these, a lot of people sometimes forget. I'm not sure. South Dakota does it year by year. So at the first of the year, you get your new license for the rest of the year. North Dakota, if you're in this side of the state, April 1st was the time to do it. So if you haven't and you got a deer tag, or maybe you got an elk tag and you're applying for a deer tag or whatever it may be, you might get accepted for that tag, but you won't mail it until you actually have your license for the whole thing. So if you have not done that, get in and do it and get that taken care of. So,
yes, sir.
You know what I'm ready to do this year? Guess what? I'm halfway excited to get back into. I used to do it all the time with Flath. We used to do it. We used to go pheasant hunting almost every single day. Well, let me take that. We used to go bird hunting of some sort every single day. And during the season, it was pheasant. I'm not a big grouse fan.
Me either. I think grouse is terrible.
Not really big into that. And during the off season, it was pigeons. And I'm getting back. I have this knack here. I've been going through my gun safe, going through and have donated some of my shotguns to a couple different organizations to help them out that help injured military vets. And I kept a few of them, kind of more of the fancier ones. And I'm thinking to myself, I need to get back into the game of upland bird hunting.
Yeah.
So guess what we're going to be talking about today?
Pheasant hunting.
Going to be talking about the best shotguns, according to, they say on the One Outdoors, of the best shotguns for upland bird hunting in 2026 is what the plan is here in the next break. But that's one thing. I don't know, Josh, pigeons are good eating if they're grain fed. Well, these all came out of a grain bin next to the elevator. When Jesse and I were working at a welding shop, we'd take our hour break, go grab some hot stuff pizza. We'd sit down next to the grain bin. One would sit with the shotgun. The other one would bang on the side of the.
Hey, your phone's ringing.
I know. People are calling into my landline like that. I've been doing this show for over 20 years and they're still trying to call in my landline thinking that works. But one would pound on the grain bin and the pigeons would come out the top and we'd sit and shoot. But I only ate squab one time. I just wasn't a big fan of it. Wasn't a big. Plus, we used 12 gauge shotguns and we were relatively close, so they were pretty shot up by the time we got done with them. But that was about it. So the best hunting is in Vermont. Folks should apply in Vermont or New Hampshire.
Yeah. Absolutely. Bernie Sanders probably has about 1 million acres there he can take you on.
There you go. My home radio, my home radio line isn't working. Jesse said he was the one who called into my house phone. All the people that should know the right number. Anyway, Jamie, stay with us here. We're up against our first break. More coming up your way. Talking about the top shotguns for upland hunting, according to They Say, coming your way next.
I'm Dale Paulke with Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner in ag lending. With our deep understanding and appreciation for the Western way of life, we proudly accept, respect, and promote the values that define our community. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or business owner, we are here to support your financial needs and help you thrive. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for all your banking needs.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Equal housing lender.
If you're serious about fishing, your boat better be too. At River City Sports, this isn't just inventory, it's purpose-built fishing machines. From Vexus with advanced infused composite construction to Skeeter for speed and performance to rugged aluminum like the Crestliner Fishhawk. Big water, back lakes, walleye, crappie, whatever you chase, they've got a rig for you. And around here, walleye fishing matters. River City Sports, they'll put you in a boat that's made to fish.
Pifer's Auctioneers offer over 2,200 acres of cropland, pasture land, and hunting land coming up on the auction calendar across the upper Midwest, including Wells, Rolette, Walsh, Trail, Emmons, and Burley counties in North Dakota, and 315 acres of premier grazing and hunting land on the outskirts of Glendive, Montana. Whether you're looking for productive cropland, quality pasture, or recreational ground, Pifer's has the property for you. Don't miss these outstanding opportunities. For more information and online bidding on dozens of land and equipment auctions throughout the region, log on to pifers.com.
Bowman Livestock Marketing, serving the tri-state area for all of your livestock marketing needs. Eastern Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota. You can be sure of great care for your cattle and top price at sale time. Call Austin Snook at 307-290-2161. That's 307-290-2161 for more information or just to talk cattle markets. You can also find them on Facebook and go to their website, bowmanlivestockmarketing.com.
Hey everybody, this is Riley Schrafer from Schrafer Red Angus. We would like to extend a big heartfelt thank you to all our family, friends, neighbors, and customers that helped make this past year a success. We here at Schrafer Red Angus are praying that each and every one of you has a safe and healthy calving season, timely spring rains, and a good start to all the hay crop for this year. If you're ever in our area and want to stop and go through the cows, our door is always open and you are more than welcome to swing in for a visit. Have a safe and blessed spring from Schrafer Red Angus.
Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can do it in a fraction of time with just one person on foot or horseback. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
If you're serious about fishing, your boat better be too. At River City Sports, this isn't just inventory, it's purpose-built fishing machines. From Vexus with advanced infused composite construction to Skeeter for speed and performance to rugged aluminum like the Crestliner Fishhawk. Big water, back lakes, walleye, crappie, whatever you chase, they've got a rig for you. And around here, walleye fishing matters. River City Sports, they'll put you in a boat that's made to fish.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Freedom Repair. Whether it's your tractor, baler, your cutter, your combine, or air seeder, Freedom Repair comes to you and helps you get fixed up and back in the field. 19 plus years experience. Give Lucas Kelly a call at 701-440-1945. That's 701-440-1945. Freedom Repair, veteran owned and operated.
Hey everybody, this is Riley Schrafer from Schrafer Red Angus. We would like to extend a big heartfelt thank you to all our family, friends, neighbors, and customers that helped make this past year a success. We here at Schrafer Red Angus are praying that each and every one of you has a safe and healthy calving season, timely spring rains, and a good start to all the hay crop for this year. If you're ever in our area and want to stop and go through the cows, our door is always open and you are more than welcome to swing in for a visit. Have a safe and blessed spring from Schrafer Red Angus.
That road, but don't you worry, one day I'll settle down, and when that time comes I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody. Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition. Good to have you along here this morning as we continue talking about the best upland shotguns on the market according to 2026, according to oneoutdoors.org. Welcome back to the program here. Jamie, good morning. Welcome back here.
Morning.
We were talking about eating pigeons, and Josh says they taste like dove, maybe a little better. I would disagree. Like when it comes to morning dove hunting in the fall, I have no problem shooting a few of those little buggers and eating them. But squab, on the other hand, not so much here. Not so much.
I'm not a fan of morning dove either, Scott. Pheasant's about the only upland game I really like.
Yeah, we kind of got away from that. We ate so much of it, Jesse. And I speaking to Jesse here, he's the one that's calling in here. Jesse, good morning. Welcome to the program. And hey, one thing that I got to ask you, Jesse, is River City Sports has something going on here yesterday, and they did it today. What is that again? They're doing some trials.
Yeah, they're doing some on-water pontoon testing.
Okay.
You want to try out their units? They've got a bunch of their pontoons in the water. I believe it's down at Misty Waters Marina on the river in Mandan, and you can come check out the boats and take them for a cruise and see how they ride and get a real life test of what they're like before you get yourself into one. They've got ones that are made for fishing, ones that are made for just sun tanning and floating around and everything in between.
Do they have one for drinking whiskeys and margaritas?
Yes,
Okay.
they do. That would be all of them.
That's all of them.
Jesse, what do you know what brands of pontoons they have there?
I do. I know they've got Sylvan. Oh boy, you put me on the spot now. No, I can't remember. Give me just a second here and I can tell you. I was really surprised. I was in their showroom when we bought that new fishing boat of ours this year. I had some extra time in the
South Bay, Whalen says.
In the showroom. There you go. South Bay, Sylvan.
Crestliner.
I think Crestliner makes a pontoon. Yeah, I know they've got Crestliner as a brand, and I do believe they make a pontoon. But I tell you what, those Sylvan pontoons were the ones that really surprised me. They're kind of fancy. The seating's real plush, and they're just I'm not on a lot of pontoons, and as I was walking around on them on their showroom floor, you put a lot of people on one of them things. They're big.
And I'd seen a video that somebody put like quad 300s on one, and you can do about 100 miles an hour on a pontoon.
Well, let me tell you a little story about Lake Skakawea. I'm cruising around in my 24-foot Sea Ray, old 2008, but she's still running. If I'd quit running it in islands, that'd help. But I'm cruising along all by myself. Might have had a hams in my hand, chilling out, and all of a sudden I heard this sound, and I thought, is my boat blowing up? What the heck is going on? Out of the corner of my eye, I catch something, and I turn around and look. Here comes a Tri-Toon. I don't know what brand it was. At that time, had twin 300s hanging off the back of it. Well, I was going like 52, 54 mile an hour. He passed me in a hurry. He had to be going 70 plus. That was my first time getting passed by a pontoon.
Yeah. Maybe he was trolling for some, I don't know, those speed snakes down there.
So
he was
a
ripping.
lot of pontoons, you grill burgers on them. There wasn't a guy on the front of there flipping burgers when he blew by you, was there?
Was it you, Jamie?
Quite a while ago.
It was Jamie.
It might have been.
Bulgy asks here, do they have Benningtons as a brand?
They do not. I think Benningtons are over at Moritz, I think, but
you don't need that. You go to River City there, Bulgy, you call them up, you tell them that Scott and Jesse sent you, and they'll take care of you.
Go talk to Whalen.
Yeah,
you get yourself a raffle ticket, too, and you can talk some guns and hunting.
Raffle tickets? For what? What are we selling raffle tickets?
I don't know. Whalen's
always got raffle tickets. You're right, Jamie. There's always raffle tickets.
Yeah.
It's nice, though. I tell you what, when I was having an out-of-state dealer work on one of my old boats, it sat there for weeks and weeks, which turned into months. And I called over, why isn't my boat done? Well, we're waiting for this one part. It's on back order. We don't have it. Like, well, that seems weird. So I called Whalen. I said, Whalen, do you have this part? He's like, yeah, I should have it. he just said, "You got the part number?" I said, "Absolutely." Gave him the part number. He said, "Give me a second." Jumps in his computer. The dealership I was dealing with, my boat had been sitting for 4.5 weeks waiting for this part. River City Sports had 6 of them on the shelf. So I went and bought the part from Whalen and then put it in the mail and told him to get my dang boat done. And that's why I get my stuff fixed at River City now.
Fair enough. Well, you ready to talk some shotguns with Jamie and I?
I am. It was crazy. You know, I had no idea what you guys were going to talk about. And yesterday, in fact, the last 3 days, I've been on the road steady. A lot of traveling this week, unfortunately. I'm getting to where I hate driving anymore. But I am noticing pretty much all over in western North Dakota, the pheasant population is strong. And it got me to thinking about all the hunting we used to do, and it raised a question in my mind. Single shot shotguns, your trap style. I mean, there's some expensive, fancy single shot shotguns, over and under, side by side, pump, or semi-automatic. Well, the maximum for upland game is 3 shots to have in your gun. But what's your guys' preference? We'll go with over and under, pump, or semi-automatic.
Jamie, you can start it.
Well, single shot's my favorite. So out of all those, Jesse, I'll take a side by side actually. But out of your choices, I guess I'd have to go with the over and under then.
Over and under, okay. Break action, double barrel of some sort.
Yep, nice and light. I like that.
That's a good point.
You should try my Stevens side by side. It ain't light.
Yeah, that's a handyman jack handle. That thing is, yeah.
I've definitely killed more pheasants with a single shot than anything else in my life.
That's because you got one shot and you make it count.
That could be. Once I started rifle hunting more, it ruined my shotgunning ability.
Yeah. I would have to say,
Scott,
Jesse,
how about you?
I'd say it depends on who I'm going bird hunting with. When Ron Ness invited me out to jump in with some of the Lignite Energy and oil guys south of Scranton, I took my Franchi semi-auto because
your Franchi Affinity.
It is just such a killer, and when the birds got up, there were 3 birds on my side. I shot 3 times, 3 birds fell. I put it in the pack and I was like, okay, you boys are up. And I only did that because I wanted to show them that we could still shoot, right? If I'm hunting if I'm going out with you, Jesse, I'm probably going to either take my side-by-side or my over-under that Ron Coburn gave me. And if I'm by myself, I probably just take a single shot. But I don't own a single shot anymore. But in my very first shotgun was a pump shotgun, and I gave it away. I gave it away to a veterans cause here, and I tried to help them out so more people can get out there. But, the old 870 pump is you can't hurt it. You cannot do anything that'll hurt that shotgun at all. But for me, it depends on who I'm hunting.
You don't have a pump anymore.
I don't have a pump anymore. Nope. I take that back. I have a home defense 870. I turned into a kind of a sawed-off looking little thing. So yeah.
Gotcha. I started off with an 870 Wingmaster. My dad's shotgun was my first one I ever used as well. Became proficient and deadly with that thing. And I've moved all over the table. I had a despise for semi-automatic shotguns for a long time until I shot that Affinity of yours. That thing is a nice gun.
Yeah.
But I still think I'm still a pump guy. Reliability. Now that's for upland game. If we're going and laying in blinds and shooting waterfowl, I think you got to have a semi-automatic because it's fast and furious. I consider goose hunting kind of like dark house spearfishing. You sit there and try not to fall asleep and fall in the hole, and then when that big northern slime slimes through your hole, you stab it in the face. So that's kind of my comparison of fishing and bird hunting. But I'm still a pump guy, I think, guys.
All right.
I like that. I like pumps. I will say semi-autos. I did shoot a Benelli one time, Black Eagle, and I thought that thing was pretty awesome, and I was shocked at how accurate I was with it. But yeah, if I went semi-auto, I would go with that Benelli. Okay. I do have friends who own the Franchies, never shot them. I don't know. Single shot always worked best for me. Maybe it isn't the best thing to hunt upland game with, but me personally, it's always worked the best. I don't know why. That was my first shotty. And I shot my dad's Browning auto. I don't know. I couldn't hit a damn thing with that either.
Well,
but
we're up against our half-hour break here, boys. We'll keep you on the line here. Stay with us here. More on Dakota Prairie Outdoors. We still haven't gotten through what they say are the best ones either.
I'm Dale Paulke with Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner in ag lending. With our deep understanding and appreciation for the Western way of life, we proudly accept, respect, and promote the values that define our community. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or business owner, we are here to support your financial needs and help you thrive. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for all your banking needs.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Equal housing lender.
If you're serious about fishing, your boat better be too. At River City Sports, this isn't just inventory, it's purpose-built fishing machines. From Vexus with advanced infused composite construction to Skeeter for speed and performance to rugged aluminum like the Crestliner Fishhawk. Big water, back lakes, walleye, crappie, whatever you chase, they've got a rig for you. And around here, walleye fishing matters. River City Sports, they'll put you in a boat that's made to fish.
Pfeiffer's Auctioneers offer over 2,200 acres of cropland, pasture land, and hunting land coming up on the auction calendar across the upper Midwest, including Wells, Rolette, Walsh, Trail, Emmons, and Burley counties in North Dakota, and 315 acres of premier grazing and hunting land on the outskirts of Glendive, Montana. Whether you're looking for productive cropland, quality pasture, or recreational ground, Pfeiffer's has the property for you. Don't miss these outstanding opportunities. For more information and online bidding on dozens of land and equipment auctions throughout the region, log on to Pfeifers.com.
Bowman Livestock Marketing, serving the tri-state area for all of your livestock marketing needs. Eastern Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota. You can be sure of great care for your cattle and top price at sale time. Call Austin Snook at 307-290-2161. That's 307-290-2161 for more information or just to talk cattle markets. You can also find them on Facebook and go to their website, bowmanlivestockmarketing.com.
Hey everybody, this is Riley Schreifer from Schreifer Red Angus. We would like to extend a big heartfelt thank you to all our family, friends, neighbors, and customers that helped make this past year a success. We here at Schreifer Red Angus are praying that each and every one of you has a safe and healthy calving season, timely spring rains, and a good start to all the hay crop for this year. If you're ever in our area and want to stop and go through the cows, our door is always open and you are more than welcome to swing in for a visit. Have a safe and blessed spring from Schreifer Red Angus.
Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can do it in a fraction of time with just one person on foot or horseback. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
If you're serious about fishing, your boat better be too. At River City Sports, this isn't just inventory, it's purpose-built fishing machines. From Vexus with advanced infused composite construction to Skeeter for speed and performance to rugged aluminum like the Crestliner Fishhawk. Big water, back lakes, walleye, crappie, whatever you chase, they've got a rig for you. And around here, walleye fishing matters. River City Sports, they'll put you in a boat that's made to fish.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Freedom Repair. Whether it's a tractor, baler, your cutter, your combine, or air seeder, Freedom Repair comes to you and helps you get fixed up and back in the field. 19 plus years experience. Give Lucas Kelly a call at 701-440-1945. That's 701-440-1945. Freedom Repair, veteran owned and operated.
Hey everybody, this is Riley Schreifer from Schreifer Red Angus. We would like to extend a big heartfelt thank you to all our family, friends, neighbors, and customers that helped make this past year a success. We here at Schreifer Red Angus are praying that each and every one of you has a safe and healthy calving season, timely spring rains, and a good start to all the hay crop for this year. If you're ever in our area and want to stop and go through the cows, our door is always open and you are more than welcome to swing in for a visit. Have a safe and blessed spring from Schreifer Red Angus.
On that road, but don't you worry, one day I'll settle down, and when that time comes,
Welcome back, everybody. Dakota Prairie Outdoors continues here, well, in my area on a foggy Saturday morning. Hopefully this leads to a little bit of rain or some type of moisture at all. Coming up your way, don't forget here we have the trial period for the pontoons at River City. They're down at, what did you say, Jesse, Misty Waters today, and free to come on down and jump in a pontoon and see how you like it.
Yeah, they're down at Misty Waters, and I knew there was a third brand that they had. I couldn't remember. They got a brand called Dockside. So they got Dockside, and they've got Sylvan, and they've got South Bay pontoons. So go check them out. That runs from, I checked it out on Facebook. It is from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Misty Waters Marina. So go check out their pontoon demo day.
Pontoon demo. That's you and Jamie should get together and just show up with a case of beer each and say, we want to demo this the right way.
Perfect.
I really want to take
perfect. That's a great idea.
This is what we're going to be using it for.
I would say this too, or we have our slip, our pontoon is over in Lakewood, man. I walk by them Sylvans, Jesse. Those are some sharp pontoons. I really like the look.
They are. The seats, the stitching, the layout of them is. Yeah, the pontoons to me are the minivan of boats, and I always said I'd never own a minivan. But I tell you what, there's a possibility that I might have a pontoon someday. They're getting pretty dang nice.
They are
really nice.
Especially the new ones.
I'm going to catch up with some comments here. Josh says, or Waylon says they got two of the pontoons that have V10 Mercs on them, so they can go pretty quick.
Wow.
Josh says that his boy switching from a pump to an over-under shotgun this fall because he shoots an over-under for high school trap, and he finished the season second in the state for high average. Nice.
Brody's real good at it.
Wayne says that
that's what you get used to.
Yeah. Well, I got a text coming up on that too. Wayne says if it fits you well, you can hit your targets consistently. The mayor says an 870 is hard to beat. Tim says he liked his 12-gauge 870 with a 26-inch barrel for pheasant. A couple of his friends preferred Berettas. Text message comes in and says, when I was a young lad and I was broke and I bought a secondhand Smith & Wesson, he said he believed it might have been a Model 5 for very little money. It was a pump action. After shooting it fairly well with it for about 6 years, he found out that the American Rifleman classified it as one of the worst 5 shotguns to ever have. And he says, after thinking about it, I would have to agree with that.
That's funny.
Although I remember helping with the Friends of NRA banquets, and there was a shotgun. I can't remember what model it was. But I
think that was a Winchester.
Was it when you pulled the pump action back, it would pinch your trigger finger like crazy? Remember that? Because they had they had that little button for it that you had to push in order to pull the pump action back, and it was located in a place, and they had a sharp triangle piece of plastic on it. And every single person, because I remember doing it, I hurt my finger, and I said, Jesse, how do you open the shotgun up? And you did it and slammed your finger into it, and then you're like, ha-ha. Hey, Clay, how do you do this? And we did it like 8 people in a row.
Pretty much went around the room. I do remember that.
All right. So the Upland, according to the One Outdoors here, Upland shotgun for 2026, the top 4, let's go through. The first one is the Benelli Montefeltro 20 gauge. All of these are 20 gauge. Every single one of these are 20 gauge for upland game birds.
Yes.
Which blows my mind because
I do know more people getting into 20 gauges for recoil purposes.
But the newer shotguns don't have the recoil these old ones used to have.
True. That's true.
The next one is
the automatics don't.
I don't know. Browning Satori CXS 20 gauge. The CZ.
Satoris are nice. They've been around for a long time.
The CZ Bob White G2 and the Beretta A300 are the top 4. So Benelli's got one, CZ, Beretta, and a Browning in there. No Remingtons in there this time, boys.
No. I did bring it up. I just did a search with some AI here, Scott, and that's I'm kind of online. Not exactly with you. The number one these guys have too is that Benelli Montefeltro.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never.
Yeah. And then they got the Black Eagle, the A300. Winchester SX4 and the Rete. I don't know that I've even really heard of a Rete, but okay.
It all depends on who put the article out, right? So, I mean, but it's funny how some of them, but one thing that stays consistent, Jamie, is they're all 20 gauge shotguns, which I always thought a 12 gauge was what you wanted, man. That's what I thought. You just maybe used a little lighter load in there.
a lot of people saying to me, Scott, with their 20s is, yeah, it's a lighter, and then it doesn't ruin as much meat, they say. I mean, more than one person has told me that.
I like
And if I'm hunting pheasant, what's that?
I like Brian's comment. He says most guys don't have the toughness in the shoulder and like they used to either. So
Little age on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Brian's a large American and a small bone redneck like me. When I get older, it's just, not good.
the mayor says that Monto, whatever it is smooth, and I've never shot one of those.
Me either. I'd love to.
Well, yeah.
I'll have to find out what the shotguns were. Sarah and I went over and shot some trap in the pasture with my neighbor, and his son is pretty big into clay pigeon shooting, skeet shooting, all the different shootings when it comes to shotgun. He shoots for Bismarck State's college team, and they have a plethora of shotguns. And I tell you what, he had a 20 gauge semi-automatic. I got to find out what that one was. Maybe it's one of these that's on your list. And I jumped behind that thing just to try it out. I hadn't shot a 20 gauge in years, and I shot better with that than I did with any other guns I grabbed, including my own. I had my Benelli pump over there. I had my over and under over there, and I shot okay. I haven't shot shotgun in so long, and I jumped behind that 20 gauge semi-auto of his, and I just didn't miss. So I don't know. It comes down to accuracy. You can shoot a bazooka, but if you can't hit it, it doesn't do you any good. Yeah. So maybe that 20 gauge is the key.
Tim says that a friend of his in Minnesota hunts woodcock with a 28 gauge, and Josh says the new 870s seem like junk compared to the old ones. I'm sure it's because of manufacturing switch hands. I believe that too. There's no doubt, but I don't know. I tried using a 20 gauge for a while. It just wasn't for me. Maybe because in my mind I was like, I always wanted a 12 gauge since I was a kid, man. So that's what I wanted, and that's what I was going to shoot.
In my single shot, my first one was a 20, and I did end up with a 12. I think actually, Jesse, I did shoot the 20 gauge better. And my boss and my good friend, him and his family, they're big waterfowlers and pheasant hunters, and they got all the Franke 20 gauge, and they love them. In fact, he told me to try it out this year, so I might have to take one out and try it now, especially like Jesse's talking about shooting that one.
Yeah, you see some Frankes on the list when guys are shooting trap. You'll see them out there. They're a little less expensive gun, but for what you pay, you get a decent weapon.
What are you saying? You saying my shotgun is a cheapie? Is that what you're saying?
I won't say cheap. I'll say less expensive.
Less expensive. Same thing. The mayor says he's got a CZ ringneck side-by-side 28 gauge here that's nice and light. So, yeah. A lot of these I have never heard of and seen. I mean, I stuck with the old school stuff. The only new shotguns I've gotten was when Ron Coburn came out and would give me one. So that would be the only new ones I've gotten.
My buddy's got a 28 gauge CZ, and he loves it. This guy's a massive pheasant hunter, and that's his main. And he's pretty deadly with it. I actually did a short video once. He blew the wing right off of a pheasant coming by him. It wasn't that close either, so I was really shocked.
Oh. Well, Josh says he's
I am going to have to argue with you guys on something.
Okay.
You were knocking grouse earlier.
Yeah, hate them.
Oh yeah,
they taste like terrible.
Boy, you give me my three favorite upland game birds to eat in order from best to worst. Grouse is at the top of my list. I love eating grouse. Oh. My second, and I haven't done it in so long, is dove. You need a ton of them to make a meal, but
no, you need a ton of them.
Fair. And then my third on the list is pheasant.
Man, I'm gonna flip that one upside down on you. I've never even dove. I don't know, and I've had people tell me how to cook it this way and that way and make it for me, and it just never tasted good. I wanted to, it just doesn't. So I just finally gave up on even eating and shooting them.
Jim says
Chislick.
Grouse are the liver of the sky. And
I like that.
And we
keep that.
We call them. This was in Misery with this last weekend when I was down there. Where they were talking about, oh, you guys have grouse. You guys, oh, we love grouse. I'm like, really? They're like the best. I said we call them prairie carp, and they
Yep.
they got a kick out of that one down there. They thought that was pretty good. So
The most people I've run into that love grouse are people from eastern Montana, so there must be a lot of them there.
well,
There is.
there's a lot of them out here. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's fun to go after and shoot them. I love hunting them because if you can hit a grouse, pheasant hunting is so much easier. But I got to get back
Right.
to the comment here that Josh put. He has a bolt action 20 gauge. Haven't used it for bird hunting because you can't cycle it fast enough. Now I had the bolt action 12 gauge long barrel. I think it was like a 30. It was called the Goose Gun, and I loved shooting pheasant with that thing because I waited.
Long Tom.
Yeah, because everybody was like bam, 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 bam. And then I'd wait for that pheasant to level out a little bit, and you'd reach out there and touch it and shoot it. But I love that. I gave that to there was a young kid here that saw that in my guns. Well, yeah, it didn't fit in my gun safe. He saw it in the corner of the living room, and he was just infatuated with it. So I gave it to him. I was like, "Here, you can have that thing." So, but yeah, the old bolt action. Gotta love those
Bolt
too.
action shotguns look cool too, man.
Yeah.
If I had my buddy's got one, and I told him, I think it's got a 20-inch barrel. I said, just keep that thing in your house for home defense or something. You can't get rid of that. You got to just keep something like that. And you got a drop out magazine on it too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a home defense with a 30+ inch barrel.
You have to get that shortened up.
You shoot that one shot and then you use it as a bat.
You could poke him in the eye before you'd pull the trigger.
Just heat the barrel up, Scott, with your torch and bend it so you can go around corners with it. Bugs Bunny style.
All right, boys, I'm going to get a little bit political with you guys and see what you guys think.
Perfect.
All right, so the corner crossing, that's the big thing in Wyoming that went through the court justice, and they passed it. And there's 6 other states: Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Utah, and Wyoming are all in favor of corner crossing, which means if there is federal land or BLM land that is checkerboarded throughout, that you can cross in the corner from one public to, or I shouldn't say, it's not really public land. They say it is, but it's Forest Service to BLM or Forest Service to Forest Service. You can take that little corner and walk across that corner and go into the next track of Forest Service or BLM land. Now, Montana, our neighbors to the west, say no. Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks maintain that the corner crossing is unlawful without landowner permission and has instructed wardens to issue citations for criminal trespass or hunting without permission. And let me clarify this. I don't know if it's in a pasture that somebody has cattle in that's running and you need permission of going into that pasture with the cattle or not. I'm not sure how they don't specify that. Now, those are the reasons why I'd say, okay, I can see why you'd probably need a little bit of permission from the landowner. If I got a pasture that's got a little chunk here and a little chunk there, and you're trying to go from one to the next, and there's a big canyon in the middle, and you technically have a hard time going from corner to corner, yeah, I could see you'd probably need a little bit of permission, especially if you're in my cows. If it's just out on the flat prairie and everything, maybe a little bit different. But Montana's backing it up, saying, nope, you still need permission. Jamie, your thoughts?
I've never had to deal with something like that, but yeah.
Hold on. I'll let Jesse go first because he's never shy on words on how he feels. And then you can go after that.
Well, like you said, Scott, I think it depends on the situation. And are we talking a corner that's part of a section line? Or are we talking a corner of pasture that, we know there's some federal land out there that's just a 40-acre chunk in the middle of, or it's checkerboarded, or if it's a public piece of ground that corners up to another public piece of ground and it's on a section line, I don't know how they can stop you. You don't have to have, because there's
hold on.
16 feet.
Hold on. Section line laws are only state to state. There's a lot of states that don't take North Dakota out of this. We're talking Montana right now, and I don't know if they have those section line laws.
So that's not a normal law everywhere where the section line is travelable?
No.
Oh, well then,
not at all. No.
Well, then I'll use North Dakota as an example. You've got the perfect, just like you said, you've got the perfect situation for talking about this north of your yard. The main road comes up the section line, and there's federal ground. What is it? Mile and a half north where the road ends.
200 yards.
Oh, it's just that far. But then there's no road. So in North Dakota, you can't really stop anybody from parking at the end of that road and then walking the section line, because apparently it's state to state. I didn't know that. We have rules where, is it a 30 foot easement, 15 foot on each side?
I think so. Somewhere in there, 30, 32, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there. So you can walk that section line to get to that federal. Now,
you can't get off the section line though. Yeah.
No, you can't. And if there's a 30-foot cliff on that section line and you got to go out and around it, guess what? You're going onto private ground and you have to get permission. So that would be my thing is, corner to corner in these other states where there's checkerboarded federal or state land or what they want to call public land. What do you care? They're not going on your private ground. It's literally a fence post. They're crossing a 1 square foot piece to go from one piece of public land to the other.
Hey, Jamie, your opinion quickly, because I got a couple other things we got to get to.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Jesse. If it's public and you're jumping corner to corner, I just don't see the problem there with that. I'm pretty much agree with what Jesse's saying there. I'm on board with that.
All right, just getting your opinions on that. Now, got a text message I want to get to because this one I'd like to help people out. It says a young lady from the Lodgepole area needs help. She needs help with her cancer treatment. He said, not sure if you do this on your radio program or not, but heck yeah, I'm doing. What we're doing here, this is the flyer that they sent me, okay? And it says her fight is our fight, G-Force saddle horn, lever action rifle, 357 Magnum lever action rifle, $20 per ticket. 100% of the proceeds go to Rosemary Weichman for medical expenses as she's battling stage 4 liver cancer. The gun is bought and donated by Jerry Stegelmeyer, Emily Stegelmeyer, and Martha Delaroy. And there you go. So where you get the tickets, I don't know. But if you're in that Lodgepole area, I'm sure you can talk to somebody down in that area, and they'll let you know where to find those tickets. But help them out.
I tell you what, Scott, stop into Western Frontier Insurance in Hettinger next week.
There you go.
Because my agent that runs that office and owns the building, Steve Hedstrom, he's a Lodgepole resident down there. His farm is down there, and I bet you he can direct you. So
absolutely,
stop into Western Frontier in Hettinger and ask where to get those tickets, and they can get you lined up. Man. Or just give them a call.
Yeah. And that brings to another thing here. There's some, I'm starting some exciting things coming up around the country. We're getting a little closer and closer to being able to release the news that I have about helping ranchers in the North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana area. So that's coming around the corner too. But all right. So it's 60 seconds until I got to tell you guys to pound Sam. So,
okay, Clay.
If you had one chance to walk into any one store, gun store in and across the upper Midwest, and you had unlimited budget, the one handgun that you would go and buy right now, what would it be? Jamie Brecht.
Smith & Wesson M&P 2. They're pimped out model.
Jesse?
I would buy myself a 10 millimeter semi-automatic pistol. I don't know which one, but that's a caliber I've always wanted, and I've just never went and bought one. It's kind of been my dream gun that I've never bought because I want to keep that dream alive, baby.
You keep the live. Mine would be anything Colt Python. I've never had one, and either that or Desert Eagle, because I had one for 1 week and I sold it because I needed money. So those would be the problem areas right there. So, gentlemen, thank you for coming on to the program. Appreciate it very much. You guys have a great day. And guess who? I get to help Shaky Brand this morning.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesse knows. Oh, boy. Anyway, thanks, guys. Stay with me here. We'll talk a little bit after the show here. Keep it right here. And all these great radio stations playing Dakota Prairie Outdoors, my daily program, can be heard here as well. Have yourself a great week and eat some meat, drink some milk, wear fur and wear wool, and support your private landowners and your farmers and ranchers. Have yourself a dandy Saturday. Pray for rain, too. All right, stations. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Josh. Everybody else that tuned into the YouTube here, appreciate that. Gentlemen, Jamie, Jesse, thank you guys
Yes, sir.
coming in here
Absolutely.
and adding to it. It seems like you get a lot of interaction when a guy sits and talks about, just different things like that. So
Yeah, it was fun, man. I appreciate you asking me on, Scott.
yeah.
You were, you were talking.
Hold on, Jamie. What was that?
I was just gonna say, you were talking, land and getting a little political. I wasn't a huge fan of Doug Burgum as our governor, but since he's been with President Trump, man, I think he's been doing a great job, and they're opening up a ton more of public hunting land on like the wildlife reserves and stuff like that in BLM. So, hey, the most pro hunting administration we've had here, especially on public lands.
I'm 50-50 on that. Until you guys live in an area where you got people driving through your yard and doing all the shit they do here, it's a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah, where you're at, I mean, you live next.
It's an absolute pain in the ass. Is what it is.
All right. Well, I can see where you'd be 50-50, but if you need somewhere to hunt, man, and if you can't hunt it and your tax dollars are paying for it, I think yes, if you can't access
Okay,
it.
so let's go to that. All right, so if I apply for a gratis tag for deer tag, how come I can't take that gratis tag and go into public land?
Well,
you technically own it.
Just for your property.
Right.
That is his property. It's public.
Right.
He has part ownership in it.
I'm my taxpayer. My tax money goes to it. If it's public property, why the fuck can't I use it?
Well, I see that. I see your point on that too.
I mean, everybody brings that same thing up, but we pay for the taxes. Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I'll tell you this right now. My property taxes, where our public land is, more of my private property taxes go toward that than somebody from Burleigh County.
Yeah.
And I can't use it. Everybody else can go. That's the problem that I have with it. And the more you're out here trying to run cattle or do anything on it, you find out all these little things. But when it comes to the hunting side of it, the only way I can do that is if I have that allotment and that pasture is in, I have to do an approval process in order to be able to hunt on that. There should not be a case. If I don't care, if you get a over-the-counter tag or archery tag, you can go anywhere you want. I can go anywhere I want. But when it comes down to gratis tags on deer hunting, okay.
I don't like being able to go over there with an archery tag either. I think that's bullshit.
But they should play what's fair is fair. All right. If you get a deer tag and you can go on public property, if I get a gratis tag, I should too, because the argument is, well, our tax dollars paid for it. Mine too.
What if you do this then? If you get it gratis, well then if you're going to be able to hunt public land, and then maybe they have to have a gratis lottery, which I think that's bullshit too. But
they have they got a gratis lottery for elk right now. But what they do for that, if you do get drawn, you can hunt the whole unit.
Really? Okay.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, I don't care if people are out there hunting and doing whatever. It's just a pain in the ass that they always park in my freaking yard here. And then, that's just a shit you got to deal with when you live out here.
So what happens if what happened if you brought up to Game and Fish and said you do it for elk? Why don't you do it for deer? For the same unit with your gratis?
Because then you're going to have to go into a landowner lottery for deer too. And that's going to create a whole friggin' mess right there. Huge mess.
So, I mean, what would be, if somebody made you, Scott, you make the decision on it, what are you going to do then?
What would I do?
Yeah.
I would keep it the same and just allow gratis tags. You can hunt any federal property that's on and around your allotment.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
It sounds perfectly reasonable to me.
Right? Yeah.
Here's the other part of that, Scott. Here's the other part of that is especially if it's public land that you're leasing as the rancher, because now not only are your tax dollars paying for that land, but you're actually paying a fee to run your cattle on it. And so now you're also maintaining it. You've got to maintain the fences. If there's weed problems, you're in charge of spraying the weeds on that public ground.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden you have inputs into that ground, and you get your gratis tag and you're still not allowed to hunt on it when you're the one that's actually taking care of it.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you said, if it's on in the square footprint of your ranch, or especially if you're the one leasing that ground, and you get it gratis, you should be able to hunt that ground.
So, I mean, would you
That's-
ever brought that up to Game and Fish? What do they tell you about it?
I bet you can guess.
They say you just got to go through and list on your application all of the federal ground that's in your allotment. So you got to go in and do that. Same thing as we
And then
bring
you
up.
can,
Why can't we just
Yeah, but you
sign
can't
up our
hunt unless
land
you're
for
gratis.
electronic posting one time, and we instead of every year? It's just a run around over and over and over. There's always excuses for everything. We have one thing that would it would solve corner crossing. It would solve everything that's going on, and it will never ever happen in my lifetime.
Everything's considered posted.
Correct.
yeah. Why?
It
Yeah. I mean, when's the,
Take care of all of it.
go ahead.
Yeah, it would just take care of a lot of things.
Yeah. I mean, that got destroyed last time they tried to vote for it, didn't they?
What's that?
Isn't that last time that came up? That got beat pretty soundly, though, didn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I'm just saying that the general vote on it usually gets it crushed.
sure works good in South Dakota. Sure works good in Minnesota. Sure works good in Montana. Sure works good in Wyoming. Sure.
And people are so used to it here. I don't know if that's going to change unless another generation of people comes through. But yeah, I don't know what to say on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think your idea there with the ground, yeah, I don't know why that shouldn't be.
Yeah. So it's just little things like that, when you're dealing with Forest Service, it's not public land anyway. I'll tell you that. Because if it was truly public land, okay, so that means you can hunt on it. You don't have to pay a fee to hunt on it. Nobody has to pay a fee to go bird watching. Nobody has to pay a fee to go shed hunting. Nobody has to pay a fee to go mountain biking on it. But the ranchers got to
It would
pay.
be truly wide open.
Yeah, but they got to pay a fee to run their cattle on it. And they say, well, you're taking a resource off of it. The grass is a resource. Okay, so you're telling me that animals are not a resource?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Okay.
right away. Like,
You know, so
animals a resource.
If you think my cows are a resource, guess how much elk eat up in they're a
Yeah.
resource too. So you're taking one of those off there. That's a resource. There's a lot of ways of going about it, but we can save this for another day. Cause I'm telling you, this gets into a dark web of private landowners. I shouldn't say that. That gets into a whole thing from West River versus East River, whether it's North or South Dakota. It's a big issue, but we have less people out here, so we get the pushback. And
So what
that's
are
the tough part.
you thinking about the deal they're talking about? With the land on the reservations, I'm not totally all caught up speed on that one.
Hey,
Federally, right?
they got their own sovereign nation. What they do is what they do. I don't care.
Yeah, because I know some people are saying, well, then the rich guys will come in and buy up all the land when you make it.
Absolutely, they're going to.
I thought like they changed the thing on the reservation that white guys can't buy reservation land anymore, or is that just on some of them?
I don't think they can buy it from the Bureau of Indian Affairs, but if Jamie Two Feathers has 400 acres and you've had it for 10 years and you decide to do an arm's length transmission or transaction to Jesse Flath, and
Okay.
you can sell yours, then you can absolutely.
Okay. I wasn't see how you guys are. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you'd
Two
be in
Feathers.
favor of the federal
That's
thing? And just
absolutely
sell
your new
it?
name.
What's that, Jesse?
What's that, Two Feathers? That is your new name.
Well, I
Anyway,
did go to school in Halliday for a year, man. So I was right next to Berkeley.
all right. I got to go catch a horse and hook up a trailer and find my rain slicker here because we'll see what happens today.
Well,
I got to be over in less than 40 minutes over to Shakey's.
all right.
Well,
Well,
have fun. I'm doing payroll at my office. So.
All right. We'll catch you guys later, man. See ya.
see you, Scott. See you,
Yeah.
Jesse.
Jamie.
All right, YouTubers, have a good day. Appreciate everything. See ya.